Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. And yes, we had games last night, so I'm going to do a short video today. And yes, it's time for Christmas. It's safe to listen to Christmas music now, people. All right. Excuse me. All right. So last night, 4 games. And with Binghamton Danbury back to kind of what we've seen for the majority of these games coming together, a very tight defensive, physical game. And this time, both teams managed to hold the shots down that they surrendered. So Binghamton comes away with a 3-2 squeaker, and it was a very entertaining game, despite there not being a whole lot of scoring. But hey, that's okay. So Caden Henry, he comes off the IR, and he explodes. Well, not explodes, but he has 2 goals, and so that was good to see. First goal comes at 12:28. Second at 17:15. So at the end of one, it is a 2-0 game. Shots were only 6 aside in that first period. Very uncharacteristic, but hey, sometimes you're going to get odd games. Not odd, but different. All right, in the second, Danbury comes back. It's at 8:54. It is Vadim Frolov scoring on the power play. Initially, the goal was given to Harwell, but then they looked at it and was like, yeah, that's Frolov's goal. Just 22 seconds later, Binghamton responds with a goal from Tyson Kirkby on a rebound. Originally, there was a review. They were looking to see if maybe the puck had gotten directed in off of a hand. No, it came off the stick. So the good goal stood. And so there we go. Then there is this was strange just all around. 11:06. Danbury scores. Now it looked like there might have been goaltender interference, but after a pretty lengthy review, yes, another review, 2 reviews in the same game, the officials said, no, that's a good goal. Now, where I disagree is they gave the goal to Harwell, who was the person that looked like he was in contact with McAnanima. The whole play was Gleb Ben Dorker, just fantastic shorthanded carry. He made Binghamton players miss. A fantastic, fantastic play. And then he lets go with a shot that McAnanima couldn't see. Brilliant, brilliant goal. And they end up giving it to Harwell. Sorry, League, you got that wrong. The goal belongs to Van Durkin. So, but anyway, so that's why goal is in quotation marks there. That's the official ruling, is that it's Harwell's goal, but I disagree. Anyway, so as shots are, again, only 8 aside in the second. Third period, no scoring. Both defenses clamped down, but Danbury was able to generate some better chances, so they pressed and made things very, very interesting. Every time that Danbury carried the puck into the zone, everybody kind of held their breath a little bit. It's like, uh-oh, is the bottom going to fall out? Binghamton holds on. Good crowd, 39,97. And, for the game, as you see, Henry, 2 goals and an assist. He assisted on that Kirkby goal. As a matter of fact, a couple people threw hats kind of prematurely. But anyway, Harwell's given credit for the goal, plus an assist. For love with the other goal. So McAnanima stops 24 of 26, and McCollum stops 19 of 22. Danbury now 4-5-3. Binghamton 11-2-1. All right, the Battle of Michigan, and wow, what a tight game. And this was kind of back and forth. A lot of momentum for the Rockers in the first. A lot of momentum for the Prowlers in the second. Goaltenders, again, as expected, Ricardo Gonzalez and Valtteri Nusiainen. No scoring in the first, but Motor City held a 12-5 lead. In the second period, it's Joel Frazee getting on the board first for the Prowlers on the power play at 1:30. That makes it 1-0. Prowlers getting some penalty trouble. They kill off a 5-on-3. Nusianen looked very, very good in goal. And so that was it. Shots were 14-5 in favor of the Prowlers for that second period. And then the third, this is where things got kind of interesting later on. First at 4:43, Carson Baptiste scores for the Rockers off of a turnover in the defensive zone. He hits gold, and it's 1-1. But 8:39, it's Matt Graham scoring an absolute beautiful play. It's only his second goal of the year, but Matt's got a point streak going, he's going to catch 500 sooner rather than later. 14:21, all hell breaks loose. There's a yard sale out in the ice. Dan Chartrand was pummeling on a vulnerable TJ Sneath, so Ricardo Gonzalez got involved. He only got 2 minutes for leaving the crease, but I'm sure that his teammates very much appreciate him sticking up for his teammate. So all that gets sorted out. We had a couple of de facto ejections. It was 10 minutes, but this is a 14:21 of the third, so basically you're done for the game. It was George Holt and Dan Chartrand both getting the gate. So rest of the game goes on without a hitch, fortunately, and Motor City is not able to generate enough chances. Port Huron holds on, and it's a 2-1 victory for the Prowlers, who improved to 6-6-2. Motor City falling to 3-9-0. And Jake Vaughn, he had 2 assists for the game for the Prowlers. Nusianen stopping 29 of 30. Gonzalez 28 of 30. Motor City is still looking for some answers. All right, and then we go to the one prediction that I got wrong, as Baton Rouge ends up pulling out the the shootout win. So don't look now, but Baton Rouge is now, they've got a 6-point cushion for first place now, 5 or 6 points. So anyway, this game was back and forth. It was really exciting. Kevin Zavad scores first for Baton Rouge at 10:09, countered by Alexander Jemayev off of a ricochet in the power play at 17:12. Yes, Jemayev ended up scoring, something that the River Dragons desperately need. Goaltenders, by the way, for this game, Colgan for Baton Rouge, who got a nice welcome, and William Lavalier for the River Dragons. Second period, it is Brody Thornton scoring at 6:14, and then it barely crossed the line. So there was a long review. Was determined that it was a good goal, but it was like 8 minutes, and there's no reason that the delay should have been that long. But anyway. In the second, we have the River Dragons countering. It's Ryan Galvin scoring on a 3-on-2 break at 8:25. So at the end of 2, it's 2-2. Shots at that point at the end of 40 minutes were Baton Rouge 17, 24 the Columbus River Dragons. Third period, it's Elijah Wilson scoring at 1:58 in a 4-on-4 situation. Not to be outdone, the River Dragons said, we're not ready to give this up yet. So Justin Samaro scores at 7:59. And then Kirk Underwood gives the River Dragons their only lead of the night at 16:59, scoring on a 4-on-3 power play goal. The last 5 minutes of the third period, there was a revolving door to the penalty box. Penalty box was very, very full on both sides. 1806, Elijah Wilson's counters with a power play goal of his own. Again, a 4-on-3 situation. So penalties really hurt both teams in the latter half of the third frame. So we go to overtime. Lots of great chances, a couple of missed opportunities, missed golden opportunities. Either a pass was broken up, which there would have been a breakaway, or somebody lost a wheel. No team could end up converting in the overtime, and so we go to the shootout. In the first round, Ryan Galvin gives the Columbus River Dragons a slight up, but then Kuznetsov scores again. In the second round, another shootout goal for Kuznetsov. Then the goalies settle down. We got third round, no result. Fourth round, no result. Fifth round, no result. Elijah Wilson finally converts in the sixth round, and big save by Colgan to seal the deal. So the Zydeco are 11-3-1, sitting alone in first place. Columbus. Now, of course, they haven't played as many games as everyone else, but they have now fallen to a wild card spot. Yep, they're in fifth place, 6-1-3 on the year. Interesting thing with this game is that Justin McDonald, of course, earlier in the day, he was marked as inactive as player. That's because he put on the suit and was coaching from the bench. So, of course, things with Coach Bouchard in his personal life, he's still got things that he's sorting out and going through. So Justin McDonald stepped up and coached the team. So there we go. 5-4 win for the Zydeco. What a night for Elijah Wilson. 2 goals, an assist, plus a shootout goal. Shootout winner, Brody Thornton with a goal and assist. And Colgan stops 30 of 34 plus 5 in the shootout, while for the River Dragons, both Austin Doe and Kyle Moore had 2 assists, and Samaro with the goal and assist. Lavalier stopping 26 of 30, 26 of 30, plus 4 in the shootout. All right, so final game of the night, and that is Monroe Moccasins climbing into fourth place, leapfrogging over a couple teams with a big 3-2 comeback win. Because early on it was all Mississippi. Marcus Ekholm-Rosen maybe a little shaky at the beginning part of the game, but then he settled down as the game wore on. Sam Best, he did his best to try and keep Mississippi in it, but it just wasn't meant to be. So Blake Keller scores at 9 minutes in the first. That was the only goal of the first period. Mississippi is up. They make it 2-0 at 3:27 of the second period. Goal by Jay Krupp, and the crowd erupted at that point. Really, really excited to see that. But then it is Bayou Ben Stefanini. He's the guy that leads the charge for the Moccasins. 14:29. He scores in the power play to get the Moccasins in, and you just felt the momentum just flip right there. It was kind of like, Moccasins are going to figure out a way of pulling this out. Sure enough. Third period, it's Stefanini again at 4:29. And then at 6:30, Scott Koash unloads a blast, and it's 3-2. Game over. Stefanini with the 2 goals, and Koash with that game winner. Marcus Ekholm-Rosen ends up stopping 21-23 for the night, even though in the second period, Mississippi clearly had the better of the play, but starting in that second period with that first goal from Ben, the momentum just flipped. So Mississippi still looking for answers. 1-10-1, and Monroe is now 6-5-4 in fourth place. So there we go. Congratulations to Justin Barr on playing his 300th FPHL game last night for the SeaWolves. All right. So I think the washer is going to take off here and, go on a nonstop flight to Paris. But anyway, all right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope is a wonderful day for you and your family. And tomorrow we will have a Fed League Flash on the Flash Audio Network. Picks, previews, and predictions for Friday's games. All right, guys, I'm Gary Ryan. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.